Hi everyone, it's Kathy. Welcome back to my channel. As some of you may know, I've lost 45 pounds in the past 2 years and I'm currently in my rebody composition phase. At the beginning of my weight loss journey, I was using low-calorie alternatives to try to help me lose weight. But little did I know, the ingredients in those products were actually harmful for my health. I've learned that you can look fit but be so unhealthy on the inside. My goal is to not only look good, but feel good at the same time. Because what's the point of looking good if you don't feel good? You can't even enjoy your body. I was at a point in my weight loss journey where I lost 30 pounds, but I always felt like crap. I was constantly dizzy, constantly lightheaded. I couldn't sit on the floor and get back up because I really felt like I was gonna tip over or pass out or faint. It was really bad. But this happened because I wasn't giving my body the right nutrients, so it couldn't function properly. I'm gonna go over 4 products that are widely used in the fitness community that I used to use, but I regret using because of how harmful those ingredients are for our health. Number 1, the Walden Farms maple syrup. I used to use this syrup all the time on my pancakes as a sweetener in my baked goods. I used to use it all the time. The reason I started using this maple syrup is because I thought there were too many calories in maple syrup for me to use in order to lose weight. So I thought I had to cut back on those calories of maple syrup in order to help me be in a caloric deficit. I used to think maple syrup had empty calories. While this 0-calorie syrup did help me reduce my caloric intake, it wasn't good for my overall health. I started to believe that I wasn't able to eat real maple syrup because it had too many calories and I just had to avoid as much calories as possible to lose weight. But in reality, nothing is too calorically dense for you to eat when you're losing weight. It's all about moderation and balance. I've switched to using real 100% pure maple syrup and I can really taste the difference between the 2 maple syrups. 100% pure maple syrup is actually way sweeter than the Walden Farms maple syrup. So if you're using the Walden Farms maple syrup, just throw that thing away and don't even buy it again. Another issue I have with consuming these 0-calorie food alternatives is that you miss out on a lot of the nutritional value that the real food has. Maple syrup actually has a lot of nutrients in it. You're about to go into a little mini crash course on maple syrup. Real maple syrup has antioxidants in it that slow down the overproduction of nitric oxide. And it also contains riboflavin, manganese, calcium, and copper. Riboflavin works as an antioxidant. We need antioxidants in our body to fight off diseases such as heart disease and cancers. Manganese, calcium, and copper are all trace minerals that we need small amounts of, which is why it's important for us to get it from our foods. Trace minerals keep our hormones balanced and also help keep our bones, muscle, heart, and brain functioning properly. I was losing out on all the antioxidants and trace minerals that are found in maple syrup because I thought maple syrup had empty calories in it. The key to losing weight is to eat whole foods. Foods that come from the earth and a variety of them so you get a variety of nutrients. Yes, these 0-calorie food alternatives will help you lose weight, but they are not good for your overall health. When choosing the right maple syrup in the supermarket, do not get the Pearls Milk Company one. That is not a good maple syrup. That syrup has 15 grams of sugar in total, and all of that sugar comes from added sugar, which means none of that sugar in that syrup is naturally occurring. It was literally added on to that maple syrup. So nothing about that maple syrup is natural at all. And you won't find any of those properties in that maple syrup because it's not real maple syrup, it's just sugar. The first 2 ingredients in this maple syrup is corn syrup and high fructose corn syrup. This is literally fake sugar in this maple syrup. So please avoid these, check the labels. You want the ingredients to say 100% pure maple syrup. Organic 100% pure maple syrup is even better. Number 2, Pam spray or non-stick cooking spray. I used to use this all the time. I was really trying to avoid the calories of olive oil and butters because I thought they were too high in calories. I mean, they're a fat. Like fats are just higher in calories in general, but that doesn't mean you have to avoid them. Pam spray non-stick sprays have 0 calories. So yes, they do help to lose weight, but they are not beneficial for your health. These nonstick sprays are highly processed, and they also have canola oil and palm oil in them, which are seed oils. Other examples of seed oils are safflower, sunflower, and soybean oil. A diet high in seed oils can cause inflammation in our bodies. These oils aren't just about everything you buy in the supermarket. Any packaged item, any packaged good, you'll find one of these seed oils in that item. Although a diet high in these seed oils can cause inflammation in our bodies, we still need some of them. So seed oils are also known as omega-6 fatty acids. We need a balance between omega-6 fatty acids, which are the seed oils, and omega-3 fatty acids, which come from fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, tuna, herring, sardines, as well as chia seeds, walnuts, avocados, hemp seeds, and oysters. The issue with the American diet now is that there's an overconsumption of omega-6 fatty acids over omega-3 fatty acids by 10 times. So that's why everyone is getting sick, because we're not having this balance in our body. And I'm gonna use myself as an example. So before, I was eating a bunch of processed foods, a bunch of things from the fridge. Like, I had to heat all my food. I wasn't cooking any fresh foods. The only type of oils I was consuming was the Pam spray, almond butter, and cream cheese. Like, those were the only type of fats I was consuming. So you can see why I was struggling with my health, because I didn't know any better. I felt lazy to cook. I was like, I don't want to cook at all. But our body can't function only eating processed foods. We really have to work to find that balance in our diet. I was using these low-calorie food alternatives because I wanted to save my calories for the more tasty foods, because I was seeking food for comfort at that time in my life. I was under a lot of stress, and I had no one to go to talk to about anything. And you know, food releases feel-good chemicals, and you just want to feel good all the time when you don't know how to fix your problems. So that's what I was going through at that time. Now for cooking oil, I'm using olive oil or ghee. And here I just use a silicone spatula and spread it evenly on my pan so that the oil is evenly distributed and I'm not using too much or too little in my pan. Number 3, coffee creamers. Just like the nonstick sprays, coffee creamers have seed oils in them. I used to use coffee creamers all the time because I thought they were a better alternative than regular sugar in your coffee, but they're not. Some of the ingredients in the coffee creamers that you should avoid are hydrogenated vegetable oil, corn syrup solids, and natural and artificial flavors. Corn syrup solids is a form of an artificial sweetener. You should avoid any item that says natural and artificial flavors, because you don't know exactly what those natural or artificial flavors are. It's super vague because according to Consumer Reports, the exact ingredients that make up natural and artificial flavors do not have to be disclosed by the companies that create these products. The FDA does not require the companies to disclose exactly what those are. The FDA does not review what exactly those ingredients are, meaning you don't know what you're really eating because the FDA doesn't check exactly what natural and artificial ingredients are. And when I read that, I was like, what? I'm like, so the FDA doesn't check exactly what is natural or artificial about those flavors. Like, what are those flavors? You'll never know because the FDA doesn't require the companies to disclose the information. Isn't that crazy? Freaking mind-blowing, like mind-blowing. Like, I will never look at food the same. You know, ever since I started my health and wellness journey, I just cannot look at food the same anymore. And like, I get goosebumps talking about this stuff because I'm like, how can the FDA not review what that means? But we're eating it. Why? You know? So I don't use any sweeteners for my coffee anymore. I just drink a regular cappuccino with almond milk, and the almond milk that I use is sweet enough where I don't feel the need to add any sugar to my coffee. Your coffee shouldn't be so bitter. Your coffee should have a nutty, chocolatey undertone to it so that it's not too bitter. And if your coffee is bitter, then it's probably low quality coffee. Number 4, 30 calorie low fat cheese slices. I used to eat these because I was trying to reduce my caloric intake with any foods that I possibly could. I know, crazy. Any low calorie food alternative I could find, I would use. I thought going fat-free was the better option and that you should only focus on mainly your protein and then carbs, which is not the case at all. We need fats for proper brain function because our brain is made out of 60% fat. I would never buy these cheese slices again because it's not even real cheese. Real cheese should not have this many ingredients in it. It really shouldn't. Some of the ingredients in this cheese that you should avoid are corn syrup solids, color added, and natural flavors. Just like coffee creamer, it doesn't specify what these flavors added are or what these colors added are. Like, what does this even mean? What flavors and what colors are being added to this cheese? Cheese. Any sort of colors added to our food is toxic to our health. The most common food dyes you'll find in processed foods is red 40, yellow 5, and yellow 6. And these dyes are all carcinogenic, meaning they are cancer causing. This is crazy. So crazy. You'll find these food dyes in basically anything you can buy at a deli or a bodega, whatever you want to call it. You'll find all of these dyes in those foods. Doritos, Gatorade, M&Ms, Reese's Puffs, Mountain Dew, Cheese Nips, Duncan Hines cake mix, Eggo waffles, like the list goes on. All you have to do, grab your phone and search what foods have red 40 in it, what foods have yellow 5 in it, what foods have yellow 6 in it, and you'll find all this information you need to take control of your health. Yes, we are young right now, but these things will catch up to us. You know, we're young now, we're feeling great, we're invincible. Later on down the line, you don't want these things to catch up and then you're trying to work to heal your body then. So we need to take advantage of the time now and do all the work and learn how to cook, because I'm telling you, I used to burn all of my foods. You can ask any of my family members when, you know, my dad, it's a funny story. My dad would be sleeping and he would wake up and he would say, "What's that smell? Elizabeth, is that you?" I'm like, "Oh shoot, I forgot to freaking take my food out of the microwave oven," because I would only cook my food in a microwave oven. I would take it out of the freezer, pop it in the microwave oven, go back upstairs and just forget about it. That was literally my routine. So we need to take the time to learn how to cook, learn what foods will nourish our body to take control of our health and live our life the best possible way we can. I'm still learning how to cook. I'm still learning how to be patient in the kitchen. It's a process, but you know, you can start somewhere. The cheese I use now is cheddar cheese, and I look for cheese that's been aged for 2 months or more because I've recently found out that I'm lactose intolerant, which is really sad because I really love cheese, but this cheese is better for me to eat. I've linked all the articles where I got this information from in the description box below. So if you want to read more about it, you can go ahead and do so. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, show love to your mind, body, and soul. See you on the next video. Bye.